Hi, and welcome to Chapter 5. This chapter of TEACH is called Who Are Today's Students, and it attempts to provide an overview of the kind of diversity that we face as teachers as we enter classrooms. Students can be different from one another in so many ways, and in this chapter we look at the kinds of diversity that you very well may be confronted with and that challenge you to understand that teaching is not about one style or one broad brush stroke for a whole class of students. So, for example, students may differ from one another in their ethnicity, in their social class, in the language that they speak, certainly in their genders, and often in their gender orientation. Many schools and districts have come up with different ways to meet the needs of a diverse population, but it's the classroom teacher who looks at a class of students who may include many different religions, for example, and who may also be part of one classroom community. So the challenge for you will always be, how does understanding the ways in which my students differ from one another help me to understand how best to teach them? And of course, students may differ in learning styles, and you may want to examine your own learning styles to appreciate the ways you learn best. Did you take notes on what you needed to understand? Are you a kinesthetic learner? Do you have to keep moving, or do you need absolute silence and no distractions? All those kinds of attributes you will face within your own students as well. And finally, it's so important to know what your students' lives are like. What's their family life like? How do they live? Where do they come from? Do they have brothers and sisters? How can you know them as they enter your classroom and help best, of course, to meet their needs? Okay, I hope you enjoy the chapter.